Alright guys, hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today is another Arrowverse recap. And if you guys don't know what I do on Arrowverse recaps, then go watch the very first videos where I actually talk about what I do. I always say these in these videos, and I probably should just really get to the point. But anyway, the last episodes was the crossover, which was called Crisis on Earth X. So let's get right down in it. So, the first part of the whole crossover is Supergirl. How they opened it up, it's super cool. It starts showing us what Earth X looks like and how Earth X works, and it shows us the Earth X, all of Earth X Archer person. We don't know who it is quite yet until we figure out that at the end of this episode, kind of. Yeah, okay. But then we get to understand it, next episode. And so, anyway, then it transitions to the Flash. Now the cool thing about this crossover is you have no idea what episode it is, even though there's a whole list, you still don't know. And so, yeah. So, it transfers over to the Flash. Flash versus King Shark. So, Iris is going, Barry, we need to talk. And Barry says, not the time right now. Don't know how he is fighting King Shark, because I thought King Shark was in jail, but guess not. Something happened, I guess. How is he fighting King Shark? Just asking. And then, Oliver Queen, or the Green Arrow, versus ninjas, because they, Barry and Iris were like, there's some people haven't signed up for the whatever thing. And so she was like, so are you doing the thing? And I was like, yeah, from stuff fighting ninjas. And so yeah. And then it transitions to the Legends, England 1183. Don't know what they're facing, but they just get thrown some things, and then the ship comes and Stein says, we got a wedding to go to! And they go to the wedding. And so, then Supergirl versus Dominator, and she says during that, when she's fighting him, she's like, you're still last champ. And so everyone else is like, it's not an alien. It's from another Earth. It's not from the planet. It's not the other day. And they keep thinking of these other things, and then she's like, it's a Dominator, because from last year, crossover. And so she says, you were still last year. And then, so, it starts them going over back home, and Alex says, what is this? Oh, it's an invitation for Barry's wedding, and then so they go to a wedding, making them think that, making Alex think to change her mind about Maggie, and then they go to the wedding. They have a little bachelor party, and then Alex and Sarah meet, and Sarah is lesbian, so is Alex, and so Sarah's kind of transgender. She likes boys and girls, but they don't really show that in the show. All they've been showing is that she's a lesbian, and so they make out, and Joe gives his speech, which I have no idea what he says in that, but yeah. And then transitioning to Mean White. Reference to the Thinker again. There's people playing chess again, I think. Yeah. Alex talks to Maggie. Spider-Man reference because, okay, when they're at this wedding, so like I've said in the past, Jax wants to split up Firestorm, and so this is a whole story that plays throughout the whole thing, and so he's like, if you drink this substance, they'll give you all these other powers about Spider-Man, except all the other powers about Spider-Man. And only give him like Koala Applause or something like that. Joe's speech, biggest theme threats. Okay. Felicity. Oh, and then also at the rehearsal dinner, Oliver keeps talking to Felicity like, oh, I love you so much, will you? And then Felicity's like, I don't want to marry you, okay, bro? And I'm just gonna say quotes at the end of this whole episode, actually. Yeah. Okay, so transition to the wedding. They're getting ready and they're talking, and then so Sarah's like, "Hey, Al," because they didn't show anyone that they were slipped together, but they did. And so they walk in, and so Kara sings running home to you from the musical crossover from last year about them getting proposed and everything. So that's when she was walking down the aisle. They're standing there. The guy gets shot. He evaporated. And then the heroes have to save the world. Well, the church and the wedding. And so they take down some people. They stop this Prometheus from Earth X, which I'll get to in part 2. Well, I'm done talking about Supergirl. And so they take down Prometheus from that Earth. Then there's an Oliver Queen from that Earth. And their biggest threats are themselves. Releasing that right there. So Supergirl takes off her mask. Or Earth X, Supergirl takes off her mask. To show that she's Supergirl. And then Oliver takes off his mask for Earth X Oliver. And then it's not the Earth X Flash or Barry, it's Thawne from Earth 1. Helping them out, but live there long enough to get 2 lightning bolts. I don't know. Oh, and how she takes out Kara is with the Sonic Clap. Bam! Alright, now going on to part 2. Flip of the page. Alright. So, they put Prometheus into a power cell at Star Labs, and so Prometheus takes off his mask, and it's Tommy Merlin. And so, at first they think it's anachronism, which people, place, and things just read throughout time. But it's not. It's from another Earth, and they say, another Earth? There's multiple Earths? There's 52 Earths. Actually, there's 53. The 53rd Earth, Earth X. And that's when the Nazis won World War III. Two. So Oliver talks to the Prometheus from Earth X, and Prometheus just tells him, like, "You're dead on my Earth, you were my best friend, you wouldn't do this," and because we're best friends, that's why I partnered up with him and stuff, and so yeah. And he says, I'm dead on this Earth, and then he just kills himself again. So, yeah. And so, okay. And so, the Earth Xers are trying to find this prism thing, a red prism, to make a red sun, which will hurt Kara enough that they can cut her open to get her heart to put into the other car, because something's happening to her. If she doesn't get another heart, then she's probably gonna be bad, or do something bad, which I'll get to later. Kara, Oliver are together. They're married, and so. Okay, so after the whole thing, she laser beams the building, which makes it fall, and then the heroes will go over there to stop it from falling, which was the coolest part from that episode. So prism or sunlight bomb, and so the smart people will go to work to try to find out what that could be, and they're making a bomb out of it. And so the heroes suit up for battle to go. They found the Earth Xers, and so they go to battle. They dress up to go fight them at their spot, where they usually hang out. But then Oliver goes to Star Labs and takes them out there, and so he can take over that, because Earth 1 or Thawne knows how to work that place, knows all the technology in that place, so that's why he takes over Star Labs. Oliver team shows up to fight. Oh, so this thing called Metallo shows up and knocks them all out, and so that's how they win. And then they go. Wait, what's the order of this? Okay, so Oliver hears that there's a siren going off, and he's like, what's going on? And he goes, checks it out, and so it's Roy there, and he was like, and then he turns around to try to almost hit the Killer Frost, and she was like, you weren't expecting this, now were you? And then the team shows up to take him down. Oliver's team shows up to fight Earth X Oliver, and then Metallo knocks everyone out, and and so yeah, and they're all tied up, and they're all defeated, and so yeah, and Kara's dying for some reason, and then that's the whole thing for this whole season, or this whole crossover. Like, Kara's the big problem every single season. Well, actually, Flash was the main reason for everything, and then Kara was the main problem for everything this year. And the Legends were, I don't know. No. Okay. Now. Okay. Knocked them out. They knocked them out, and so they were already knocked out there, and so then they got knocked out again, and then they were put onto Earth X. And Nazi soldiers puts Oliver's team and the holding cells in Star Labs. Alright, now, The Flash, Part 3. And so they all wake up, and so Sarah says, well, so this craft hull is Earth X. Kara is operated on powered damping collars, so they can't use their powers. Cisco wakes up and he says, this does not look like a wedding. And now I'll get to the quotes after this whole episode. Like I said, Ray's introduction was cool. So, they're starting operation on this whole thing. Okay. Oh wait, no, Ray's introduction, not Ray Palmer. Okay, so Ray's introduction is like, you guys might want to cover your eyes. And then so he brights up and he takes down all these Nazi soldiers because they were all going to get shot. And so the colonel was like, 3, 2, 1. And Captain Cold, or Leo Snark, comes in and he says, oh, I hate fire. Couldn't have done that sooner. Hey, I like puns. Now that's the Ray I was talking about. And so Felicity cuts the power and saves Kara from getting operated on. But then they find them. Thawne is about to kill her, and then Kara comes out and saves Felicity from Thawne. And so Felicity turns back on Thawne puts back on the power, and then, yeah. Terminal gateway. What? Control gate. And so, then he says, then Thawne says something along the lines of how he fought Superman and how he was fast, but not fast enough, is what he says basically, I think. So they know how they got to Earth X, and it was a temporal gateway, and so they were like, and there's this whole army base that Ray and Leo Snart that works for it. And then they were like, this is our only way to win. We shut down that temporal gateway, and we keep those Earth Xers on your Earth. General Shot wants to blow it up, which is win, which was totally mind blowing. So Earth X, Earth X Quentin, which is the general that I said from before, not General Shot, but the Nazi general, releases the Doomsday Device, which is the Wave Rider. Which is the Wave Rider on Earth X, but is the Doomsday Device on Earth X. But hey, Oliver disguises himself as X Oliver so he can get into the base and turn on the portal, and so they can get in there. But then it smashes, so they have to turn it on manually, which that turns into a bunch of load of crap. So they get there, and so Shot just decides, let's just blow it up. They're not going to want it. This is too much time. Why do you worry about them and stuff? And so he sends Red Tornado to go shut it down, but then Barry and Ray have to go try to find them. They fail. Firestorm splits. They split to go try to shut this down equally and fast. So he gets so Jax gets the whole thing turned on, and then this thing comes in and Stein is shot. Okay. Now, Legends, part 4. Legends, part 4. Gotta do this quick. One low battery. Okay. So, Legends. Second time's a charm. They stop Red Tornado at this time. Stein activates the breach and is shot to death, and then so he moves him by becoming Firestorm, and the connection is keeping Stein alive. And so if one person dies, then that means the other person dies. So Jax wasn't shot at all, so that's what's keeping Stein alive. And so they're going to keep getting sick, and they're going to keep getting killed. And so the Legends help out Team Oliver and the other people, and they help Kara, and then they save every single person. And Oliver got the girl, I got the time machine. Let's kick some ass. Leo Snart talks to Roy, and both will die, Jax and Stein. Overgirl is a living bomb. It was what they figure out, which is Kara, if you guys don't know. Stein kills himself to save Jax. Jax tells grieving for family and Stein Zari's suit. Zari gets a suit in this episode. Okay, they're fighting for the professor. The time ship battle is really cool. Adam teams up with Mr. Terrific. He throws a ball. He's on that ball. He's surfing it, and then he takes out some more people. Zari, Vixen, and Killer Frost go onto the other ship to put out the shields down, and Superman reference. Kara X is about to blow up, and so Harry tells Kara to bring her up, and away. And so Superman reference. And so she's falling, and then Steel catches her. And so there was a big final fight, and so there was the funeral for Stein. Leo Snart stays for some reason, don't know why. They're goodbyes. So Sarah's saying bye to Alex, and so yeah, they leave, and so and so Diggle comes in. He was an old married person that marries his brother and someone else, and so he marries Barry and Iris and Oliver and Felicity, because Felicity says, "Will you marry me?" And so he says yes, and so they get married. And so in the next episode of Arrow, it will be a whole marriage thing. So yeah, alright guys, hope you guys like this episode. If you guys did, please leave a big like down below, and if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Oh, hopefully I did good. Probably not. But anyway, hopefully you guys got that. If you guys didn't, just go check them out on CW app. Yep, peace. Or in the link in the description. Either way. Hey guys, this is after the fact that I forgot to say the quotes from the video. I just ended the video. I totally forgot about saying the quotes at the end. So that's what this little segment is right now. I'm gonna be saying the quotes from this episode. Or from all these episodes together. Alright, from Supergirl. This from Supergirl, it's Roy saying, "Best wedding ever!" And starts burning people. And I picked it because it's not a good wedding at all. And it's just funny because Roy likes anything to do with burning people. And from Arrow, we got Oliver saying, "We fight to protect the people we love." And because it's wedding, love, the whole thing of a wedding. And then, oh my god, I just did all of these things. But the wedding! And then from Flash, Cisco says, "This does not look like a wedding," because in the episode, he gets knocked out from an explosion, so he gets knocked out, and then he gets the good dialogue saying, "This doesn't look like a wedding." Yeah. And then from Legends, it's Oliver saying, "Failure is not an option. Losing is not an option. We will win." And then this is the whole thing after the professor died. And so then Sarah goes off and says, "We'll do it for the professor." So yeah, there's the endings. There's the quotes. So yeah, this is the real outro. Peace. I do not want to fuck it up for next year's crossover. Put down in the comments what you guys want the next crossover to be. Peace. I don't know if anyone ever watches these, but whatever.